Have you ever sat in bed at night and wondered where would I end up if I took the cheapest flight every day for a week?
No, well, fortunately for you, I have, and I've decided to do just that.
So I jumped out of bed, loaded up the computer and scoured Skyscanner for flights. And now, to make this interesting, I decided to set myself 3 challenges. Challenge 1, I can't visit the same country twice. Challenge 2, I have to try some of the local cuisine. And challenge 3, I have to visit 3 points of interest in each country. With the tickets booked, costing just £15, I packed my bags because tomorrow morning we're headed to Dublin. Since I've already been in Dublin once before, we're going to try and do things I've not done before. We're going to start with the oldest university in all of Ireland, and that's Trinity College in Dublin. Now, fun fact, it's not actually the first university in Ireland. That was the medieval University of Dublin, but that closed down centuries ago due to lack of funding, which means now this is the oldest because the original first university doesn't exist anymore. Also, this bell tower that I'm currently walking under has a superstitious meaning to the students that attend the Trinity College, because they don't pass under it out of fear that it'll bring bad luck, because when they actually graduate they pass under it, which is quite interesting. We're going to be visiting the library inside the college, which looks incredible. It looks like something else of Harry Potter, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to speak in there because obviously it's a library. It costs €18 to get into this library, but you get to see the Book of Kells exhibition, which is the oldest book in Ireland written on calfskin. Although I don't think there's any cameras allowed in the actual room with the book itself, just in the exhibit, so I'm going to have to put this away. I'll try and get a sneak peek. This room is the largest book room in the entire world. This room alone holds over 200,000 books, although there's like no books in here today. They've all been removed, probably for repairs or something. Is under restoration, which started a year ago and isn't scheduled to be done until 2030. That's how long it takes to get 200,000 books out of a library, restore it all, and then put them back in. It's absolutely mental. €18, that is a little bit steep. I only paid 15 because I carry my old student card around with me. Luckily, take it everywhere. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today it did. But if you know an Irish person who studies here, they can get you in for free because they get in for free. Right here we have the Guinness factory, but we're not visiting the Guinness factory today because I've been there already. It's in the last video that I done here. It was actually a really good tour. It lasted quite a while and you get a free Guinness at the end of it. The one bad thing is, at the time, because of COVID, the bit where you actually put your face onto the pint of Guinness itself wasn't open, so I didn't get to do that bit, but the rest of it was really good. I will give you one fun fact about the Guinness factory though. The founder of Guinness was so confident in his drink that he took that factory out on a 9,000 year lease. I think it was like £45 a year at the time. For 9,000 years he signed the contract for. Like, you've got to be so confident in your product to do that. I've decided to come to Phoenix Park because I've got about an hour to kill before my booking at a museum. So I thought I'd come and have a little walk through because there's a chance I could see some deer. A very small chance, because last time I had to ride on a bike. It took me like half an hour to find them because this park is the largest inner city park in all of Europe, so it is huge. The deer could be anywhere, and this time I am walking, so I don't think I'm going to see them, but we're going to go and see the monument and maybe the Ambassador of America's house, because it's like a little mini White House. You know what, I actually suck. I don't know why I do this in the winter. Like, it is so cold, I'm freezing. I've got just a thin layer and a jumper on, and I'm like walking through a park in Ireland. Why did I not do this when it was like spring or summer? I waited until now, worst time of year. It looks like it's gonna start raining and I'm on about 4 hours of sleep. We have another flight tomorrow at 7 AM. Like, it's not even 3 PM yet, and how many steps do you think I've done? I'll give you a clue. It's not less than 20,000. And it's free. It's not even 3 PM, it's 2:30, and I've done 22,000 steps. Like, I am gonna be so fucked after this. Like, I have to be up at 3 AM to go get the bus to the airport. I wasn't gonna stay at a hostel today, I was gonna stay in the airport itself, but I thought I'm gonna be so tired that I could probably sleep at like 9 PM, 10 PM, and then actually get some sleep. I didn't manage to find a deer, and we didn't make it to the American ambassador's house because it's just too far. The park's massive, and we've got a booking at Kilmainham Gaol. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's the old prison that was used during like the Irish War of Independence and Civil War and stuff like that. So that's where we're gonna be heading right now, so let's go. The Kilmainham Gaol tour is an eye-opening experience of the British Empire's brutal occupation of Ireland. Built in the late 18th century to replace a much smaller prison, Kilmainham would soon become overcrowded. The overcrowding got so bad that men, women and children would often be squeezed in groups of 5 in cells designed for 1. Now, most of these people were not criminals. They were starving citizens who had been locked up for stealing food. The youngest was just 3 years old, locked up for begging. Now, fast forward to the early 20th century, this prison became a political prison for those arrested opposing the Iron Fist of Britain. During the East Uprising in 1916, a few thousand staged a rebellion against British occupation, and those that were arrested were sent to Kilmainham, and 14 leaders were executed. This execution shook Ireland and paved the way for the 1919 revolution, which gained Ireland its independence. I've just finished the Kilmainham Gaol tour, and honestly, that is one of the best tours I've ever been on. The tour guide we had was called Adam, and honestly, he was so knowledgeable. He knew so much about the prison, and the way he delivered the information, it was like he was acting out the scenes of what happened there. Like, he knew it personally, and it was quite captivating. It kept us all like hooked the entire time. At no point did I think, too much information, this is getting a bit boring. Honestly, if you go and you get Adam, you're so lucky, but I'm sure all the tour guides are very knowledgeable and very good at the job. It's so cheap as well. It only costs like €8. I think I paid €4 because I had my student card, so I was quite lucky there. But even if you're paying adult prices, it's under €10. It lasts an hour, and then you've got the museum after it, which you can spend however long you want. Also, the museum is right next to the art museum, so if you like art too, you can literally just go across the road and you've got an art museum as well. But right now we're headed back into Dublin city centre. We're gonna go and try and find some vegan Irish stew, and then hit the Temple Bar afterwards as the final point of the 3 points of interest. The final stop is the Temple Bar, which is right here behind me. This is the touristy Temple Bar. Technically, this whole street is Temple Bar. Temple Bar is the area, but this is the pub that's named after it, and this is where all the tourists go. Crazy how packed it is in there. There's music on. There's no way I could film in there. I'm not staying in there though. I'm shattered. I'm gonna go back to the hostel and get some sleep because I'm up at 3 AM, maybe 2 AM, to go to the airport to get a plane to the next place. So I've checked in to my hostel. I'm in the bed now. It's not that bad. It's a nice little like boxed in bed with a curtain, light, plug. It's all good. But I'm gonna tell you exactly where we're going tomorrow because I have to be up at 3 AM for the flight. So the next stop is